Hello again, everyone. It's Jan Monahan for Wrapping with Jan. And it's getting close to Easter. And rather than decorate an Easter basket, I thought I would introduce a new player in the gift wrap business. Well, it's not new, but it's kind of new to me. This is a Gable Box, and you can find them at most craft stores. You can find them online for certain. The one that I have here is it's a shiny rather than a matte, or that it makes it a little more, fancier. And I'm going to show you how to decorate it. And here are the materials that you're going to need. You're going to need one cable box, and this one I think is a 10-inch. And you're going to need two different dies. As you can see, I've got one of these dies. This is the Impression Obsession rubber stamp die. And this is the Easter egg. Very, very ornate and very detailed. And I'm also using the Elizabeth Craft Design large, medium, and small butterflies. And these guys are gorgeous butterflies. If you're not too concerned about something looking totally natural, this is brushed art at its best. And here's the way after you run them through your die cut machine, this is what they look like. So let's get started. All right, in addition to what you need, other than the two dies and the cable box, you're going to need 5 or 6 colors of cardstock in springy colors. And I've chosen pink and light purple and blue and yellow. You're also going to need a shimmer pen, and this is the Nouveau Aqua Shimmer. And we're going to need some glue, and this is the multi-matte medium from Ranger. You can adhere these eggs and butterflies in any number of ways. I tried double-sided sticky paper, and that just gummed up my dies. So I'm going back to the old-fashioned, the wet glue, and I'll show you how to do it. First thing, this is how the Gable Box will come. They don't come completely assembled, and it takes about 30 seconds to assemble them, but this is how, this is the best way to decorate it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a nice puddle. Going to put a nice puddle of this matte medium down here and spread it out. And then I'm going to run each of these eggs through that puddle of glue, and I'm going to adhere them to the Gable Box. And you'll need to have like a paper towel or something that you can wipe off the excess glue from. This does dry clear, but it's good not to have globs of stuff. Let's see here. Let's use a dark pink. And I chose the Gable Box because I thought that, well, there's a lot of adults who also celebrate Easter, and sometimes these adults get a little offended if you come in with an Easter basket. So I thought, well, why not use the Gable Box and still fill it with candy or any one of a number of treats. I think I'll put a yellow one on this time. And just gently drag it through the glue puddle that you have. What I'm using here is a silicone mat that I bought to put my glue gun on. And turns out that you can put a lot of things on here and it will all bubble up. And it just kind of rolls off. All right, let's get a purple one on here. Now this will take some time to dry, so I'm going to show you how to decorate this, and then when it's done, we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like after it's done. But in addition to this, I cut two of each butterfly. I wonder if you can see that. I cut two die cuts of each butterfly and I offset them. This one happens to be a lavender and a purple. And what I'm going to do is get this all on here. And you don't have to do his antenna. You could even make those stick out if you wanted to, and I'll show you how to do that. But for right now, we're gonna stick this guy up here. And when you're gluing things on, try to avoid the fold lines, the scored lines on this, because the paper, the cardstock that we're using just doesn't look good after it gets folded, and it doesn't adhere well. And I've got two butterflies that I'm going to show you the quickest way to offset them. You take your first one and you put just a little dab of glue all over the thickest parts. His body's probably the best place to start. And then you can lay this down and glue this guy right on top. Now, I apologize for the shadow. Let's see if I can get rid of this thing. A little bit. Anyway. Just offset it the slightest so that you get two colors in one butterfly. And I'll show you how to stick up his antenna as soon as the rest of this is dry. Once you put this on, it's best to grab a piece of wax paper and a heavy book and make sure that everything gets stuck down before you open it up and fold it. And so as soon as this is done, I'll come back and show you the finished product. I mentioned earlier that I was using a die by Impression Obsession, and this is a gorgeous die. It's, I don't know what they call it, but it's a very intricate Easter egg. If you don't like doing fussy stuff, you might not like this, but if doing fussy stuff relaxes you, you're going to love it. So let me show you what I've done. I have cut out 3 from this die, and I'll cut out several more for the project that we're working on. But when you cut it out, you run it through your Sizzix or Vagabond or whatever, it comes out looking like this. And what you have to do is take a pin or a needle, I'm not quite sure what, just something sharp that's going to fit through all these little holes. You know, I hope you can see that. All the little holes in or on the back of this die. Now, it comes out fairly clean. Every once in a while, something will get stuck. However, you've got to take out all the little pieces that are left over in order to get a good cut the next time through. So it's necessary to either have a wastebasket or something just to scratch off your table. Well, you don't even have to scratch, you just have to sweep it off your table. But there are quite a bit of little pieces of paper, and I know some of you ladies out there, even gentlemen, are housekeepers of the century, and you're not going to like this very much. Fortunately, I vacuum my craft room about once every week, depending on what's going on, and I don't mind all this little stuff. So, but as you can see, we've got a lot of it, and I'm still not done. So it's important just to take a patient pill when you start this project, or do just a few at a time if your temperament's not exactly fit for doing this kind of work, and then gather them all up and proceed with the project. All right, I finished gluing on all my eggs to my Gable box, as you can see, and they're all fairly dry. And the way I made the antennas stick up is I just took my finger. I suppose you could take a pencil or some kind of curling tool and curl those up, but I just bent it forward and curled it around my finger. That was all I did. And likewise with this. Okay, and like I said before, this Gable Box, listen to me, Gable Box, thank you, goes together in about 10 seconds. And there you have it. Now you could put whatever you want to, Easter grass, candy, any other things you'd want to put in there. And these go together easily. And I always like to put a ribbon or a bow at this point. This is some tulle that I had left over from another gift bag that I made. And I'm going to wrap that around And I've also made a tag with the same die and attached it in the same manner. And I'm going to put this through one of the tool strips here. There we go. I'll put that right down there. Bring it over to the other side so we don't cover up the butterfly. And we'll tie this together and we will have ourselves some beautiful gift wrap for Easter. So this is Jan Monahan for Wrapping with Jan, and a beautiful Gable Box for those who don't want to decorate a basket. And I do apologize for the shadows. I've been trying to film this for about 3 days and we've had nothing but rain and dark skies, so I've had to use artificial light rather than natural light. And I want to wish everybody a happy, safe, and blessed Easter. Thank you for watching.